What is up, guys? Good morning. It's so freaking Wednesday. I hope you guys are all doing well today. Man, today is just one of those days. It's been a couple of those days, has it not, guys? David, I appreciate you. First, before let's get this out. Nick, what's up? How you doing? Say what's up to everybody.
Yo, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Bren, Dave, Matt, DJ, RM, guys. Good morning. It's Wednesday. Fellas, I know well, I don't know where you guys are at. It's rainy outside. It's kind of one of those in the markets, but we're going to get through it. We're going to get through it, and we're going to talk about everything today. Before we do, let me go through my spiel, guys. My name is Tank. Like I said, I'm accompanied by my partner, Nick. We are the IBCGANG channel here on YouTube. We talk about everything we possibly can, obviously in the Cosmos ecosystem, but we also talk about what's happening in the crypto space, just because we'd be doing people a disservice if we didn't talk about what's happening in the greater big crypto verse. So we do touch base about that. Before we jump on into the crypto verse though, if you guys would do me a huge favor, like this video, subscribe to the channel, go out there, tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell your brother, tell everybody you know. If you would, come watch this, because the more people that watch these videos, the more exposure the Cosmos ecosystem gets. And of course, that's a win-win for everybody. So yeah, help us out, guys. We can only grow with your guys' support. We're doing our best. With that being said, let's jump into this. I don't know, you want to call it a wacky Wednesday or however you want to call it. It's one of those days for sure. Right now, guys, we're looking at Bitcoin again on the daily time frame. We're still using Market Cipher, as my oscillator and indicator tool of choice. We're trading just above $44,000. We've come in and out of that. We failed to recapture the 200 SMA. Kind of the same thing like I said yesterday, guys. So I don't want to spend too much time just kind of going over what I've said so many times before about, things kind of being 50-50 and still up in the air. Unfortunately, I've said it so many times. I hate saying that to you guys, but it really is. It's really uncertain times right now. You don't want to be caught in the relief rally that, was happening. You don't want to be the relief to somebody else. I've been trying to at least pump caution to you guys, or at least some kind of conservatism when it comes to your portfolio. Being safe is never a bad thing, but we are experiencing a little bit of downward pressure right now. As you take a look at the right side, I guess it's the right side. I don't know if you guys can even see that. It's majority red over here. There's a few outliners like GME. I'm sorry, that's not even crypto. There's very few outliners in crypto. Majority of it's all red right here. As you can see, majority of things are down above 5% over the past 24 hours. It is what it is, guys. It's just, with every pump, there is a drawback or dump, as they say. But the real question is, how far is this going to take us? Is this normal, just regular old Wednesday, price action going to the downside? Like I've always told you guys, option traders, they usually start doing their things coming up into Wednesday all the way into Friday when options expire. I was of this thinking that it wasn't going to be too heavy because it's the beginning of April, which is technically usually statistically a very good month for crypto and Bitcoin. And then also when it comes to options, like it usually is a lot lighter as far as the volatility goes in the earlier sections of the months. The later in the months, into that third or fourth week, or, the end monthly close for options is definitely higher volatility time. But I thought it was going to be a lot lighter. Again, I guess it's not all that too bad when you're actually looking at price action. I mean, from where we touched basically the SMA, and again, this is not exactly accurate, right? Because I'm not zooming in or anything like that, but we're down 7.52%. So that's in a matter of a little over a week. That's not bad per se. It is what it is, right? We've gone through worse, but we didn't capture the 200 SMA with strength. Matter of fact, we didn't capture it at all. So, it failed there. Right now, Market Cipher B, I'm just going to throw things out that I'm seeing. RSI is coming back down. Momentum obviously coming back down. Yes, we are still kind of holding momentum with the positive money flow, but things are coming back down. If you go down to the lower time frames, I don't really like to hang out in the lower time frames because I'm just not that kind of investor, nor dare I say even trader. But RSI is still, pinching together on the hourly, coming back down. We are pretty deep with this anchor wave right here. So we are kind of overextended when it comes, or oversold when it comes to selling pressure, but that's not to say that we can't, just stay down here and keep going. If you see the leading wave right here, which is this lighter wave, still, not curving in at all, making this kind of motion right here into the bigger, more immediate wave, this darker wave right here. Forgive me, guys, I'm colorblind. I can still see it though. I can still see it, but we're not seeing anything like this happen right now. It's still pretty obvious that, it's coming down. And it could stay down there. It could stay down there for a little while. The good thing though is, actually, I didn't look at this. I didn't even look at this, but let's take a look real quick together. The volume. What is the overall? That's the hour. Let's go to daily. Zoom out. Reset this stuff. Reset everything. I mean, I wouldn't say it's something to ignore. I'm not gonna say it's not good selling volume, but I don't know. I'll be honest with you guys. If I had to give you guys my honest opinion, I'm glad I'm being conservative and I've been patiently waiting. That's just me. If I go back and look, let me get this volume off because it feels cluttered and crowded now. If I take a look again at Market Cipher A, which is the top section of the charts in the more immediate time frame, I told you guys yesterday, more than likely we'll come right down here, retest this to see if it is, again, resistance, or if it holds up now as support, which was once resistance. Right now we're back in it just slightly. We're back in it right now. And I told you, we could even come down here to this 50 SMA and maybe bounce off that and kind of just hang out in the upper part of this wedge pattern and just kind of play it out. Excuse me. But yeah, we could still do that. I mean, we could just come back in here totally and just kind of ping pong for this foreseeable future. And if you zoom out, I mean, that's just basically us going sideways and still realistically up and to the right, ever so slowly. It's not ideal or anything like that, right? But when you kind of look at the trajectory there, even if we stay within this wedge pattern here and just kind of keep going, doing our crabbish thing, going from wick to wicks, because, we're extended. Like I said the other day, I'm just that guy. I consider my things with wicks with larger margins because I'm not playing well, I'm not playing it, but I want to keep people in mind too. Wicks are what liquidates you when you're playing with leverage. But anyway, regardless of how you look at it, you can tighten these margins up, whatever, but we can still just kind of go in even on the bodies of these candles and do this, which would still be an upwards trend, or we can come all the way down here to these wicks and still be an upwards trend. Ultimately, I mean, I still think if you haven't overextended, if you haven't bought, if you haven't hopefully you've taken profits. If you have bought, if you're a day trader, you're rogue, you're in and out and stuff like that, you're scalping people, you're killers. Hopefully you're strict with your profit taking strategies, and it doesn't really matter because long term, I still say this isn't bad. This just isn't bad. All we're doing is laying down a huge level of support. I mean, do I even still have my no, I'm sorry. My VPVR wall. There we go. So many V things. Look on this is the daily again, right? This is huge. This is huge price action, obviously, right? And you zoom out, huge price action right here, huge levels of support. We don't want to go down there. Obviously, we don't want to go down there. But if you look and kind of zoom in a little bit more, there's a gaping section right here because we just blasted off. We don't want to get down into this hole of this wall right here. Oops. This section is what I'm talking about. We don't want to get there. And the more we just go kind of sideways right through here, the more this starts to protrude out and become a very good level of support long-term for Bitcoin's price action. So again, kind of like I was saying before, if you want to build, upon a foundation, you got to and you want to build a huge tower, massive price action to the upside, right? Something massive, you're going to need a massive base layer of support, kind of like the pyramids, right? What's the biggest part of the pyramid? The bottom section. So, long term, I'm super bullish for Bitcoin still. Short term though, it's anybody's game, guys. It really is. You guys know my DCA 200 SMA strategy. It all lines up to about 29 to 20, realistically 28 to 30K. But yeah. Here we go. I'll just show you guys again. I'm a long termer, right? Everything. Previous support. It's really simple. The averages between the SMA breaks and all this stuff. And again, this is why I share this with you guys. I'm not one of those guys. Oh, let me get this off because it's crowded. I'm not one of those guys that are like, trying to make buck quick and stuff like that. I'm a long-termer. But if you're trying to, get into the best possible scenario with your DCA strategy, and you're like me, that's thinking multi-year and stuff like that. Again, I just want to kind of stress it to you guys. 36.45% on the 200 SMA strategy brings us right down to about 30,000-ish range, give or take. We could come straight through it and come down, but this is just a good place to start your DCA strategy if you're bullish for Bitcoin like me. Not telling you what to do, just giving you an idea. And then of course it just lines up with previous support in the past, and a lot of other things as well, guys. We could get into that, but I don't want to spend too much more time. But that's what I'm seeing right now for Bitcoin. What do you guys think? J2000, thank you so much for that super chat. What do you guys think? You guys, was this the relief rally? Are you guys concerned about this selling pressure or what? Because even right now, guys, I'm telling you on the daily, it looks like we coming down. We coming down, Charlie Brown. What you think, Nick?
I think this is the, like you said, relief rally, but I think there's deeper to it. I think really this is just kind of the last push down so the big whales can just eat, and then we're going off. Right. That's what I think.
Right. And it could just be a shuffling of, I don't want to say power or positioning, but it's definitely posturing and positioning. That's definitely what it is. I mean, if this was, thank God it is the early part of the month. And, we do have a lot of kind of bullish things happening in the cryptoverse, with Terra buying Bitcoin for, in their ecosystem and all this other stuff. And, major players showing their strength with Bitcoin and countries now, following suit and adopting it and getting more serious about adopting and all this other stuff. Like on that landscape, on that side, like things are definitely still showing a lot of bullish, narrative and strength and commitment in the cryptoverse, but there's still, the ever looming regulation or crackdown of interest rates from the feds, which what they say the other day, I can't even keep up with them. There's 6 more meetings to go, guys. And I think they intend to raise it to a little bit more than 2.5 or something like that. Total, something like that. But either way, they're going to raise it, which is going to kind of, maybe not, put a cap on anything, but it's definitely going to be a hindrance to price action to the upside, like a lot of people are hoping for, and as quickly as they're hoping for while we're doing it through this year. It's kind of like having a cramp and you're trying to run a 400 meter or something like that. Yeah, you could probably muscle through it and cramp, get through the cramp, but it still sucks. It's going to be there. That's something, we are still worrying about geopolitical things and rogue people in power, threatening certain or disrupting certain supply chains and certain necessities throughout the world. And then, it's just we're dealing what we're dealing with outside of the cryptoverse. So, you got to, if you consider yourself an investor, not a day trader or anything like that, don't care about your day-to-day time frames, but if you're investing, you got to consider all that stuff. And when I do, I can't get overly bullish because, again, I'm conservative with a lot of things. I'm very, very protective of my positions and where I go. Again, I'm not trying to get that home run swing every single time. I just want to position myself to with base hits. With base hits, when things do get lobbed at me and it does look like the exact right time to maybe start putting a little bit more effort into my swings, those swings really do turn into not just bringing myself home, but everything else that I set up on those base hits as well. So again, that's kind of what I'm seeing right now. That's kind of what I'm kind of stressing to you guys. Don't get overly excited. Don't get overly bearish because, price could go up, price could go down. I hate saying that, but literally it could. And if Bitcoin does go down, man, it don't matter. Look at the rest of the markets right over here. It really don't matter how bullish you are with the rest of these protocols. They're coming down too. They coming down too. And they're probably going to get hit, or not probably, they're going to get hit harder than Bitcoin. Bitcoin sees a 50% drop again. Whew, they lying. No matter how biased we are, Anyway, let's move on. And we're walking. Real quick, Adam TM, kind of easy again. I'm not going to stress it all too much. If you guys are not new here, you guys have heard me say it so many times before. We're still in this uptrend long term on the daily. We're still doing our thing. It's fine. It is fine. Whatever. I've been kind of stressing to you guys. Same thing. SMA strategy. $20, $21. We could wick down through that. That's where I would start deploying a DCA strategy, not financial advice, just long term. If you're bullish, if you're bullish on things, that's just, what I'm looking at, And yeah, and we're just carrying on, guys. Long-term trend line, SMA strategy. Weren't able to actually recapture that. We're down to 27.8. Not bad. We've been here forever. We're pushed basically, like, again, kind of like Bitcoin. Like, we're just laying down this level of support right here, right? Like, honestly, you know what the play was, guys? You know what the play was recently? You know what? Hindsight quarterbacking is always great, right? But, like, when you look at certain things that we're all bullish on, Juno, you know, we're all like in the FOT thing, and I'm not telling you guys what to do, but I think, you know, if we're able to bring it all back live and participate again, you know, the play would have just been keep converting back into Atom, right? Like the volatility there, yeah, up and down 10% here and there, but like Atom more like stable coin, right? Like we've been here doing this thing for forever, and I could take that 20 to 30 price point or whatever, but like really should have took all that Juno. Like if you're like me and you have like, you know, you get X amount of Juno each and every day just on rewards, like maybe hindsight tank, maybe you should have like switched it up every other day. But you know, I don't regret nothing. But I'm just thinking like the play would have been every other day. Like, could you imagine if you got for free 10 Atom a day, you know, 15 Atom a day, and just here, and then put 10 there, and then put 10 here, just compound, like, and then, you know, like with your bFOT, like, okay, put it back into Atom, put it back into Atom, $1,000 a day. You're basically just DCAing, right? Like with all these crazy things, especially with the castle, you're just DCAing, right? Like I know some people, you guys are smart and stuff like that. Don't do it until you take your initial investment. Secure your initial investment first, though. That's priority, not financial advice. I'm just letting you guys know. Make sure you take your initial investment, and then you can play. But hindsight and quarterback never saves anybody's lives. It's just always makes you feel worse about yourself, about what you should have, could have done. Don't spend too much effort thinking about that kind of stuff, guys. In everything in your life, I should have not dated that person. I should have not said that. It is what it is. Learn, move on. Like that's the only thing you should take from that. But anyway, that's the play. Atom's still looking good, still bullish long term. Haven't sold any of my Atom. Matter of fact, with my rewards, I do just compound and compound and compound and compound and compound and compound. And I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm still looking to add more. Like, honestly, I'm looking to add more between 20 to 15. And then, like, man, you give me anything below this, which I don't think that'll happen. But if you give it to me, I will be one of the whales. You know, maybe not this year, but next year or whatever.
Buy.
I will buy. I got massive buy orders for all these down levels, like all these down levels down here. Massive. But yeah, we're going to move on, guys. Let me know if they say, or you guys want me to talk about anything while I'm saying all this stuff. We'll move on into secret. Actually, I just kind of want to throw this out. It's really simple. I did the same thing with the SMA strategy, all this other stuff. This admittingly is kind of extreme, 72.11%. And it's only because in the past we had this stupid wick. Like, and I count all wicks, right? Because worst case scenario, better to be prepared than to not have like a can of beans. If, you know, the worst happens, like I want to still be able to eat. So like I prepare myself is crazy and unrealistic it might even seem to me or anybody else. Like I prepare for that. Always, right? Always have an umbrella. Always. I don't care if you got to steal your mama's umbrella with all the flowers and stuff like that. Have an umbrella. You don't want to stand out there in the rain. But yeah, like admittingly without that wick, it'd probably be more like up here, somewhere in the 250-ish range. Like, you know, if we see some strong selling happen. But secret, again, guys, I'm super bullish on privacy. I'm super bullish on what secret has been doing, regardless of some of the things in the ecosystem that I didn't agree with. I'm super bullish on the ecosystem, what they've been doing. Don't like go check out what's happening crypto Twitter with Secret, with Shade, with a lot of things in their ecosystem. I think they're launching NFTs recently. I don't have it pulled up, like, or they have something going on with their NFTs. Like that's going to be pretty cool. But yeah, guys, they're doing pretty well. If you can see, real simple Fibonacci retracement right here. It's coming right down right now. Test. Oops. Let me fix this. Let me fix it again. Let me fix it. I'll fix it. Testing this 0.5 or the 50. We could come back down here to the 0.382 really easily. As you can see, the fibs hold up really well if you know how to lay your fibs. You know, bots trade them, people trade them all day long. It's just a good place or good thing to have up there. If you don't know how to use fibs, at least try to get somewhat decent with fibs. And you can play around with all different types, like go back, shorter time frames, this here, go measure them all, get an average. But anyway, right now, secret could come down to the 200 and the 50 easily. But I'm just kind of being patient. Again, guys, I have a DCA strategy for that as well. Moving on to Luna back down to 110. It was up at 117. Again, wicking and not really being able to capture this upward trend line. Like I said, I'm not invalidating it because every single day price action seems to touch this trend line to the upside. Agree to disagree, but I'm leaving it up there until it fully invalidates, until it's totally not something that I should be watching. I told you guys many times before, I'm super bullish for Luna and the whole Terra ecosystem. I'm jumping into it more and more, and I'm loving what I'm seeing over there, especially being a cosmonaut, being where I've been. I'm getting my, I'm jumping the fence per se. I'm still in my yard, but like I'm jumping over there and getting my shoes dirty in that beautiful yard. But I think we could just literally just keep doing this, threading in and out of it. Oops. Threading in and out of it, kind of like this, even pulling away and then coming up above it, just kind of doing this thing for the foreseeable future until it doesn't do that. That's what I see. But, for a good while now, again, if I show you guys, that's basically what we've done. We've only threaded through that like once. So, until it's not a thing, it's a thing. I'm DCAing. I got on like all over different exchanges. FTX, I got it on KuCoin. No, I got FTX. Which one do I have my orders on? I know I have it on even wrapped. Like I'm even buying wrapped Luna on the amounts that I have on you guys might hate me, but like I have multiple different places like where I'm buying stuff. Like I'm even buying wrapped Luna on Coinbase because I'm like, oh, what's on Coinbase? I like Luna, I like Bitcoin, I like this other stuff, and about what I can, Anyway, moving on, and we're walking. So
I have a question for you before you move on about Luna.
Yeah.
Kind of looking at DCA zones because obviously you never have enough. What do you think about that $100 level? You think that's going to hold strong, or you think it's going to go?
I mean, we've had strong moves a few times, like real strong moves on a daily time frame, just a few times with Luna, and things have changed from this section of the chart back here in May, June and stuff like that to now. Obviously with, them buying and backing their whole ecosystem or Terra or Luna with Bitcoin definitely changes the game for them. Really, really helps with volatility. But it's still, it could still definitely do that. It's just, if you can I don't want to be unrealistic too, but like, honestly, for the most part, realistic people that if you think or have a concern, then it probably can do that. This is crypto. Like it can do that. If Bitcoin dumps, Luna is going to come down to 100. Like that's why I still have this here. Yeah, I still think it's there. This is not even. It could come down to the 200. It can come down to the 50 easily. It's done that before, right? Like here once, twice. Like it only broke so far, and we don't have that much price action. But Luna's only broke the 200 SMA, the yellow line right here, guys, once. And I think it was like 40%. Granted, the whole, like I said, landscape for them was different. For the ecosystem, they didn't buy Bitcoin yet and the reserves and all this other stuff, and even the white whale and all this stuff were still like positioning themselves to protect the peg and all this other things and yada, yada, yada. So like a lot of things have changed since here to there, but things don't necessarily repeat themselves, but rhyme. It can happen for sure. We've come down before. This is like, look, this is not super accurate, but I just showed you it's like in the mid 40% ranges. We came down here to test the 200 SMA again. Thankfully, it held up, but we could definitely come down there, wick through it, and kind of get that. That's why I do the 200 SMA break strategies. Granted, of course, it'd probably be more beneficial if you did it on like the 100 or the 150 or something, like maybe even the 50 or whatever, and get averages on this red line right here. Like how many times, like how far did we go with Luna on average? Is 44% there. Again, same thing. Like it can't be like quick wicks in and out. It's got to be like actual deep movements underneath the 50. Like when that happens though, like what's the average? And then, maybe deploy a DCA strategy like that. But that's how I do it. It definitely can happen for sure. Anything can happen. It doesn't matter how bullish we are on stuff or how they set themselves up. Like this is still a game, and the game is meant to be played, and it people even break rules in games and stuff like that. You got to be prepared for all three things. Either we go sideways, we go up, or we go down. Be ready. Yeah. Okay, I'm done with. We're gonna move on, guys. I think I don't have. We'll do some like OSMOSIS coin reviews later, and kind of just get a real quick recap on what's happening over there. We're gonna take a look at the sad 10K portfolio. It is what it is, guys. It's a day, right? Let's refresh this because it's probably lower. Oh, it's much lower. We took 10K. We split it up amongst 10 different Cosmos related, not totally IBC enabled protocols, but Cosmos related tokens or assets or protocols. And we split it up as a study, guys, for the next 3 months. It's a little less than 3 months now. But we're just going to hold this, stake these coins. And what we did was put 1,000 to 10 of them. And for the sake of the people and ourselves, because I was curious, which one outperforms what? Which one's the most beneficial? Which one sucks the most? And it's, it's all fun and games, but it's down. It's down right now, guys. Oh, it hurts so bad. But you know what? Yesterday we were up just about almost the same amount. It is what it is, guys. We go up, we go down. 3 months is a long time. 3 months is a long time. This could go to zero. I could lose it all right in front of you guys' faces. But you know what? I do it for science. Yeah, I know. I do it for science. Feel bad. But yeah, guys, we're taking a look at Terra. We put Terra in it in no specific order. Terra, Secret, Sif Chain, Persistence, Cosmos, obviously, Crow, Osmosis, Juno, Stargaze, and NETA. It was really hard to kind of not pick a few others that I really wanted to pick, but these were some of the hot ones. These were some of the ones that people would send me messages for, like, hey, like everybody always likes to play that game, right? Like, if you had $1,000, what would you invest? How would you invest it? Where would you put it? And stuff. I was like, well, you know what? Shoot, I'm just going to show you guys. If I had $1,000, if I had $10,000 to do $1,000 and all that stuff, and I just bought and held, so that's what we're doing, guys. But we'll see. And again, if we can at least hold 10,000 and break even, hopefully we'll be up. But if we can at least hold 10,000, I'm going to give away to 10 people because this is what you guys have chose, $100 a piece, because I want to give away $1,000 of this portfolio to you guys and just give back to the community because it's all about you guys. None of this matters unless it's, helping you guys in some form or fashion. So that's my commitment to you guys. And that's what I'm going to be doing with this portfolio. Hopefully, guys, cross your fingers, cross your toes, wiggle your butt, wiggle your nose. Hopefully we're in profits or at least break even because then again, 10 of you guys will be able to, for absolutely nothing, just for being here. Get yourself a little something. But yeah, guys, that's what we got going on right now. The only ones up over the past 7 days is Terra, Secret, Sif Chain, Persistence. A lot of people gave me flack about XPRT, but it's up right now. Not by much, but it's still up right now. Cosmos down 7.9 over the past 7 days. Crow down 6.2. Osmosis down 9.1. Juno. Juno's down 15.7 right now in the past 7 days. Stargaze. Again, go cry in my corner. 13.8. And NETA down, whopping 26%. But you know what, guys? Can't win them all. Can't catch them all either. Pokemon. I can't say that. They'll get me. They'll get me. Look, YouTube, mind your business. Guys, we're going to move on. We're going to move on. We're walking and we're walking. I don't know. Is this like a boom? This is like the old lady walk, right? Like down the street. And they're all huffing and puffing. Oh, I got to walk away from this sad portfolio. We're going to guess. One of the things I want to kind of show you guys is if you go to the Kepler app, you can go to the overview, I guess you call it the overview, whatever section here. This isn't true, honestly, because one, some of these you can't stake and it's not counting the amounts that I'm gaining. So sometimes it's not about the number of the dollar amount, but it's more about how much I'm getting back of the asset long term. So as you look at this stuff, if I zoom up here, you can see it says 7,850, but there's only 8 of them that's being tracked right here on this, and I have 10. So yeah, it is what it is. But you can see the makeup of the breakdown right here. And I'm gonna do this with some of my other ones because I know we got that question asked to us just recently, oh, what you guys' stuff look like? And I don't want to personally with my personal stuff, dox myself. And I don't want to make anybody feel like greedy or malicious. Like, you can come at me, bro. Come at me. I'll choke you out. But, or I don't want to make anybody feel bad either. Like, it's not about that for this channel. So I don't want to show you guys. This is fine because obviously, you know, I'm showing you the IBC study thing and all that stuff. So I don't mind showing you guys this number here. But like, I do want it to kind of make something where it shows you guys the overall breakdown. As you can see, oh no, you can't. You can't because this stupid thing is cut off here. Up there. Well, you can't. My arm gets cut off. Up there. It shows you the percentages, like of your asset allocation here. Let me move that. You see that there? Up there? I just picked it off and I put it down. So I'm going to do something like that to kind of show you guys. And then also, another thing I want to kind of share with you guys, if you guys want to get a really brief like overview of like, hey, governance and what's important, what should I vote for, what did I miss or whatever, you can see it right here. These are active proposals for all of your chains. Like, it's a really cool, I don't think a lot of people like really utilize this all too much. So like, I just kind of want to take, I know it's like blinding white light and stuff like that. Don't go into the light. Don't go. Don't leave me. But like, can we get the dark mode, please, Kepler? Please. How great would it be to have dark mode? But yeah, guys, you can see it over here in the active proposals. It's just a really cool function. And then you can actually like, you can claim all your stuff and like just restake it right here too. Like, I'm kind of crazy about that. I like doing it because, like, it gives me something to do with my day, especially when the markets are down and it's raining outside and I don't know what to do with myself. So like, I like to do things manually, but you could, if you want to do it right here, just, you know, claim blah, 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 and do it all right here. But yeah. I just kind of want to point that out to you guys. Just wanted to show you, you know, and we're walking. I feel like because I'm leaning forward and I'm like, ugh, I need a little walking stick. Don't yell at my dog. It's my dog. Anyway, moving on. I do want to bring up a couple of things before we get into some more tokens and like price points and stuff like that. Of course, we can't not talk about what's happening with Juno. Guys, let me know in chat. I know there's a little bit of delay. Nick, let me ask you this. You think it's going to be today? You think they're going to come back live today?
Yeah, Jack said so.
Yeah?
Yeah, he tweeted it out. I retweeted it. So everybody
we were told
has
a lot of things, but you think...
come on, man.
Yeah?
Jack, I think Jack is a man of his word.
Yeah? What do you guys think? You guys think we come back? When? Call it.
He said this afternoon. So if I had to guess, probably 2 p.m.
Before lunchtime. Oh, come on, man. Before Castle? Before Castle rewards, please?
Please?
Yeah, that'd be
please?
Nice. That'd be nice. What do you guys think? Your Juno entry is $37. I'm nervous. Man. Did you go all in? Did you like you got nothing else to spare to back that up? I mean, I don't want to like. I can't tell you what to do and how to feel. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not doing this stuff anymore. But like all I can say for me, long term, I'm not nervous at all. Like long term. By the way, I want to put this out there as well, guys. You know what they said yesterday, and I put a tweet out there because Omniflix and Dimmy actually put something out there like there was a chance of a fork. Seriously, you guys think there's a chance of a fork? What you think? 50-50? You guys think a little bit more? What you guys think? What you gonna do if there's a fork? What you guys want to see if there was a fork to like Juno 2? Or like, you know, whatever they would call it. Somebody said the other day, what would you call the Juno fork? Somebody said Juno. I was like, fucking, you're dumb. It was funny. Anyway, yeah, come back for the castle, please. What's up, Stone Cold? What's up, Dave? DJ 2. Fozzie, what's up, man? Our thought was going to work with Juno Crash. Oh no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think honestly, if they do fork, it's gonna be mayhem. But I'm ready.
Blood in the streets.
Yeah, literally, like
blood in the streets, guys.
How you said yesterday, you're without your hazmat suit, no gloves, no nothing. You're ready. I'm the same way guys, when that happens.
I know, if it happens. Yeah, I'm not making like. And again, I understand, and I do want to put it out there for you, brother. I'm sorry, I shouldn't assume. I get that it's like a lot of us feel the same way. A lot of us are nervous. A lot of us are like, whatever. Like, you know, I can say these things because I was able to realize profits, and I'm not married to my bags. Like, I'm a long-term investor and stuff like that. So I don't want to make it seem like I'm, taking it lightly, because it's likely that we will be just fine. But this is crypto. I'm not a dev. I'm not the powers that be. That's just my conviction. But I get it, dude. So I don't want you to think like, because we're saying all this stuff, and I'm like, I get excited when there's blood in the streets. When there's fear, you got to understand, for me, I get super excited. We were joking about, like, yesterday, and that's what Nick was talking about. Like, I'll be out in the streets ready to just capitalize on people's, like, the blood in the streets. Like, that's what we're supposed to be doing. And, you're saying, like, be out there with a hazmat suit. I'm going to be out there, no clothes at all, ready to catch it. I'm ready to catch it. Fork, no fork. We dip down for $1, whatever it is. Like, I'm going to be the whale. I'm committed to that. I'm going to be, like, I believe in the smart chain. I believe in Juno and its possibilities, potentially going forward, fork or no fork. Like, if you give me that too, if they're nice enough to give me exactly what's in my wallet right now for the fork, I'll buy that price point too. And then some. Like, it's just one of those things, right? But, like, yeah. So again, that's just me though. And I don't want anybody to feel like, just because I feel like that I'm not taking your guys' feelings or your situation to heart, because I am. I get it. $37, or what was it? $37. You bought that, and like that'd be nerve wracking. That would be nerve wracking right now. But realistically, like, we'll do this in the back end, brother. We'll do this in the back end right now, and I'll tell you my thoughts of realistically where I'm looking to spend more money. But yeah, well, I'll do that in a little bit, guys. I just kind of want to say that I'm definitely not. That's why I try to stress people the importance of being, protective and conservative a bit. This isn't a game where you swing for the fence every single time. That's dumb. That is absolutely, in my opinion, dumb. Base hits. Putt. It's gonna get in there. You're not in a competition with anybody but you and your balance. That's it. You're not trying. It doesn't matter when you win. The percentages is what matters. It's not about how much you won or anything like that. It's about being a winner with yourself and your balance sheet. Not competing with anybody else. Don't get caught up in that game. That's FOMO. That's straight up FOMO. That's what, when people, I made this much money. I don't care. I won this much times. How much times did you win? Like, how many times did you have to risk it for the biscuit to do that? Again, like, I get it, but like, it's just, that's what I try to promote here. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, we're moving on. We're going to move on. Guys, I know I ramble out. I'm sorry. SIF chain, putting it on you guys. Look, I'm going to try to be done by 11 o'clock so you guys don't miss this. Been telling you guys, look out for them. They have secret swap coming on there, secret network, and all this other stuff. You guys better be ready. They're making moves. They have something happening at 11. I'm just putting it out there. SIF chain, big ups to you guys, because we have somebody that works for SIF in our Discord as well. Great person. We actually had her on the stream. I would love to have her on again, but I'm telling you guys, don't ignore 300%. They're going to change it for, like, I think a year or whatever for the annualized rewards. You want to get it. I'm telling you right now. Moving on though, be on the lookout for that. If you guys want to listen in after we're done, I promise you, I'll try to get done by 11 o'clock. Just putting it out there on you guys, for you guys. Next thing I want to talk about, little bit of, I don't want to call this alpha, because maybe if you guys are like full on degens like me, Brett in Tennessee apparently, but if you guys are full degens like me and are like literally looking in the library for information and like bookmarking stuff, maybe you would have known about this Archway project, or for I'll get into that in just a little bit. But Archway is not a new project. They were, even at the last Hack Atom and stuff like that. But they're making a lot of partnerships recently. As you can see, Cosmos Station, one of the OG Genesis validators, they're everywhere. Cosmos Station is everywhere, has now partnered up with them. Guys, be on the lookout for this. Look, right there. Look, I'm telling you guys right now. Boom. Not early, but you're not late by any means with this right now. Do your own homework. Read into this. This isn't like what you think it is. You have to read into what Archway does. It's basically like a platform for dApps and developers and stuff like that. But You know, you go where the development is. You go where the workload is. You go where people are working. Be on the lookout for Archway. Arch token. I'm telling you right now. Boom. It's this right here. Do your own homework, though. I'm going to go in a little bit more and just share with you guys some insight, right? Just some insight. I'm not telling you guys what to do, but I'm telling you guys where to look at least. Make your own, draw your own conclusions on your own research. You can see here, they have an article filled, and this is coming from Stakefish, which also, by the way, just, you can see this was on March 29th. Also, who's another validator, just partnered up with them as well, guys. A lot of these validators are also developers. You know, they're the ones working on a lot of different codes, not just the one or two. Like they're everywhere, guys. But I'm telling you guys right now, take a look at Archway. This is what they look like right here. You can get more information. You can join their Discord. I'm already been there. You guys need to be there. But yeah, guys, whole different structure. Whole different. Oh, this is the same thing. Whole different structure. But yeah, check them out. Check them out. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. And we're walking. And we're walking. We're going to talk about the castle. Oh, I can't stop walking. Stop. Hammer time. Okay, guys. So I don't know if I'm saying this right, by the way. Forgive me, brother. This is one of the main players. I think he's the co-founder of Fortius Economia, is Sim Oral. I know he and his wife actually is also a dev for their project as well. I forget what her name is. But yeah, he's the co-founder of Economia. He just put out recently, right, that besides, I can't speak. Sometimes it doesn't make sense either when I read these things word for word. I'm like, you know what? Besides of every financial and mathematical aspect, Fortius Dungeons will have a great lore behind it. I always like it when you add that little bit of flair behind the dungeons. You had me at dungeon. I'm kinky like that. You had me at dungeon, so you didn't even need to say anything more than that. I was already ready to go. Got my rubber boots on and everything, my spandex. I was like, let's go. You know, I'm all about it. But yeah, now you're gonna tell me a story with it, boy. Oh boy. I'm sorry, guys. The light, like the sun is shining through. Maybe this means I left it open. Usually I shut that, but like the sunshine is like getting real bright. Maybe the sun is breaking through the clouds, and maybe that means let's just check the charts. Is it shining through? No, it's still darkness over here. Let me look away. Look away. Anyway, just I was putting it out there, guys. What, Brad? I'm just saying. I was ready for it. Y'all caught that though, huh? I was ready for it. But yeah, guys. Ooh, gotta follow our brother right here, guys. ICI. I don't know if he's one and the same, but he's in our Discord as well. Do you guys want to join a good group of people? We're always welcoming new members. Check out the Discord link though. If you guys don't have, if it doesn't work, if somebody can share the Discord link, come and hang out, guys. We try to share, you know, as much as we can throughout the day because I'm only here from 9:15 to 11. So right now, if you guys want to touch base with me and goof off and stuff like that, you guys got to get me the Discord. But yeah, guys, check it out. ICI is there as well. Good guy. So far, good guy. Look, I'm telling you guys, he's or she, I don't know. Assuming gets me in trouble. Has responded to just about everybody I've ever talked to about their concerns when it comes to their tokens, when it comes to what's happening in their castle and all this other stuff. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Good guy so far. Good girl. Good guy. I did it again. Good gravy. How about that? But moving on, and we're walking. Is this light bugging you guys? I'm leaving it up there because I don't want to get up. I'm lazy like that. We're gonna talk about what's going on here. Again, guys, this is just the IBC. You can see it right here. It's just the 10K study thing. Not showing you guys anything else besides that right now. But that's the IBC study wallet. We're going to take a look at what's happening in OSMOSIS because that's the fun times. Let's take a look. Let's take a little looky look. You guys want me to talk about anything in particular? I was looking at e-money, by the way, guys. Looking at e-money, just letting you guys know. You guys know what's happening right now, right? In Europe, trying to get into the stables. E-money. That's all I'm saying. Right, Nick? That's all I'm saying. I can't tell you anything more.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Money.
Looking at e-money. I am waiting to get into e-money. But you know what? I got to Patience, patience. Volume change over the past 24 hours for Osmo, 7.27% to the positive. Cosmos down 9. Juno down 71. Why you do this to me? I'm just joking. It's all right, good guys. Hey, you got to learn how to laugh at it, right? Laugh at the red. It brings me pleasure when I see blood in the streets. Pleasure. No, it don't. It does, but no, look. I'm weird like that. I got problems. For me personally, yeah, I like buying the red candles. So yeah, it brings me pleasure. We're going on to Stargaze. Stargaze up in volume at 13.55. Guys, Star is actually down to 19 cents right now. Actually, let's take a look real quick. If you guys want me to stop and go back to any of these other ones, I definitely will. But like, ooh, we're getting to a level right now, guys. I'm still bullish on Stargaze and the platform in its entirety. So like, I'm getting really, really antsy. I'm like trying to be patient, but I'm like, I want me some more stars. And if I can get it between here and there, like, man, that's all I gotta say is like, man, how can you ignore that, right? Like, you need to be excited with the red candles. I will get to those questions in a minute. Hopefully, Nick, you're seeing those. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna start. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start DCAing once it gets down. If it gives it to me, which I don't know, but once it gets down to about 14 to 10-ish, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4 buy orders. You guys know I like the DCA in 4. So I got to keep my hand up. When I did that, that looked so bad. I should not do that on the stream. Look, this is my stream. I'll say whatever I want. It's inappropriate, whatever. I just noticed when I did it, I was like, that probably looked horrible. I should not do that. But I do say it in 4s. Yeah. See, where else you guys going to get someone keep it real like that? Yeah. We're moving on.
I've started DCing on stars a while back.
Have you?
So,
like what?
Yeah.
20 at what
26 cents.
26 cents, guys. 26 cents. Let's open the expert chart. Ooh, look at that slippery slide. This is like one of those slides at the fair. But I mean, when you look at this, even just recently, this is the 15-minute chart, right? Like, this is the 15-minute chart. I tell you guys all the time, like, angles with price action, this is just me, and it's worked for me all the time. So, I mean, I can only go with what I know, right? Like, people might disagree with this, but I'm telling you, like, you guys remember previously I told you guys, like, when price action does parabolic moves like this, it's not realistic. It's not sustainable. It's not maintainable. It's not gonna happen. That's gonna have a pullback, period. Look at this angle from the floor to the top, guys. I mean, look at that. Look at that. That's not healthy at all, bro. At all. You want to see angles that are growing on the charts that are more like handy. Like, I'm not. I want to say that it's like ramps. It's like, you know, the assistant ramps and stuff. Assistance ramps that are more manageable for everybody. Like, I'm just, you know, being real. Like, you want to see stuff more like this with growth. You do not, like, unless you bought there and you took profits here. This, come on, guys, come on. I mean, just looking at that, it was kind of like, but yeah, like, and then pull back, right? Not sustainable. Then pull back, right? Not as bad. This is definitely better, but you know, like I'm telling you. Today at 10, I'm a male humanoid. Okay. Awesome. I'm glad to know that. I'm a male humanoid. Get it right, Tank. I just don't want to offend nobody. I don't want to offend nobody. Anyway, moving on. Let's go. Anything else? Like, okay, let's talk about Juno. We're going to talk about Juno. We said we were going to get into it. Like, for me, please remember, when I'm saying all this stuff, I feel like I need to, like, it's shining through this ledger. Like, I'm going to go change that for a second. Take it away, Nick. Hold on one second. I got to change. It's blinding me. Hold on.
Blinded.
Did it work? kind of worked, right? No, there's a glare, whatever. It looks whatever. Whatever. I just couldn't see. Yeah, there's a glare right there. I see it. I see it coming back. It's coming back. What? Yeah. All right. There we go. It looks better now, huh? Don't destroy that. Okay, it looks better. I don't know what you guys are saying over there. Can you guys hear me? We're going to talk about Juno. Guys, so I just want to preface where I'm coming from when I say this about Juno is on a personal level. There are obviously, like, I will tell you guys, like, you know, my other opinion as well. If you guys are in it, like our friend that said he got in at 37, you know, and is scared to death now, I'm very, really nervous. But I bought the floor, like on top of like the big amount that I already got for Juno. Like I was able to fortunately buy the floor. So like, I'm not sweating any of this. Like, I'm not sweating any of this right now. Like, we could come down realistically, like I said before, you know, we could come down to $20 would be the first level of support. I don't know right now if that's going to happen. You know, it's just really, really ironic and really, really suspicious and really, really a lot of different things that Max Payne, like we said, for March 10th proposal to now, which is exactly enough time to undelegate your Juno. I know a lot of people were scared to death and probably started undelegating on that day. And will probably just, no matter what, with all the developments and all the, you know, conversations that's been had, regardless of anything, they're going to just take, like, it doesn't matter to them. They'll either take it at a loss or take whatever they have for profit, you know, and just run for the hills. So there's going to be some selling pressure coming in. I don't know if $20 is an actual realistic, with all of that happening, level of support on the charts that's going to hold up, or at least the most optimistic, opportunistic time or price to buy Juno. Like, a lot of people are saying, oh no, $20 is going to hold up. Like, seriously, if I'm being very honest with you guys, I don't think that it probably will hold up. It'll probably wick through that, come down anywhere between 20 to 15, you know, maybe even $14. You can see even here, realistically, it could even come down to $12.50. That would bring us down between previous resistance and support throughout all this chop right here. Like, there is an exchange that bought this section right here on the chart. So maybe they reinforce themselves. Like, maybe they reinforce their buying position or whatnot. Like, I'm just assuming that they had to buy it like everybody else. Like, that's the, like, you know, the whole thing. I don't have any kind of like alpha or actual confirmed, you know, information that I could say that they got it from. Like, maybe they got it from, you know, the exchanges buy OTC and stuff like that, but they still had to go out and buy it. But that was right around here when we saw that really big move up. So maybe they come in and kind of like save the day a little bit. I don't know. But realistically, we could come in somewhere between here. And that would be like, if you guys have bought anywhere be above this red line right here, like, that's where I would, if you still have capital to do that and you have conviction, you want to do it, not financial advice, but like, if you are trying to protect yourself, lower your entry point by DCAing, which I think, you know, you should have been doing. That would be my first deployment, or my second deployment zone. Of course, you got your filler buy up here, right? It shouldn't have hurt that bad. Should have just been a filler buy. But then you got your reinforcement zone right throughout here. Like I was saying, that, you know, should lower your entry to somewhere around this line right here, hopefully. Especially if you're doing it like I do it. Like, every buy after my initial buys reinforces those previous buys that I just did. So like, it does really help me lower the pain or the tolerance, you know, that I have to weather with any volatility that's to the downside. So again, that's where I would personally be deploying stuff for Juno. If it comes down between here, like, again, this is, you know, previous resistance. It's not much. Previous resistance, and then support 7 to roughly about $10 or $11. Next buy zone where I start getting really serious. And then I got to, if I'm, you know, being all honest, buy anything underneath that. And it's got to, again, it would be the fourth buy. So like, it would have to be more than all of this combined, right? So again, if because nobody knows where the bottom is. If we see real blood in the streets, a fork, blood, all this stuff, you know, whatever happens, that would put your average order in with that last buy order. If you're doing it the way I do it, somewhere down here. Like that's how I'm looking at it right now. And so, but that's for you guys. For me, I don't care per se, because I mean I care, but like I don't care to buy this or this. I'm looking to buy first buy order here, second buy order here, third buy order on the bottom, last one anything underneath, because I will be the whale. You know, that's just where I'm at personally for Juno. So and then if we have a fork, I'll still do this here with what I have saved for this Juno buy. And if there's a Juno version 2 or Juno classic, Juno new, whatever, and you like, I will buy that price point immediately. Same structure, same game plan. Don't matter. Yeah. But yeah, any questions about Juno? That's just, it's hard, guys. You know, I get it, man.
If you guys are enjoying the content, make sure to hit the like button.
Please, it really does help. It really does help. And you know, and I'm not a bear. I'm a hungry bull. I personally don't like shorting things that I'm bullish on anyway. So I'm just not that guy anyway. And I don't short anyway. So like, consider that, like that view, a hungry ass bull that's just waiting for an injured bear to cross my path so I can gore the hell out of him. Literally. That's what it is. But yeah, we're gonna move on.
By the way, Grayscale announced some news for Atom.
Did they really?
Yeah. Apparently, 5% of their holdings for the DeFi fund is Atom. Could you believe that?
I saw earlier. I was actually looking for that earlier. If you don't remember, I was looking at. Oh no, I wasn't live yet. So, but I was looking for. It? Yeah. If you don't mind, Grayscale. I was looking over here.
I just sent it to you on Discord.
So they're okay. Yeah, this is what I saw earlier. Okay, thank you. I like them, even though I don't like them. I'm gonna like it because if they have Atom in it, I like it. Let me go in here. Oh, right here, guys. Boom. Grayscale also added Cosmos to its smart contract platform. X Ethereum fund. No assets were removed as a result of the rebalancing. Atom has a market cap of blah blah blah. Guys, this should be 10 billion. I swear. Come on. Which is the 23rd largest. You know, we've been stuck in 23, 22, 20-ish range for forever, as far as like the list on the list of the top 50, top 100. Ahead of Link and behind Litecoin, which is crazy to me. So that's bullish. That is bullish, guys. You know what I'm going to do? I was saying that earlier. I'm going to start. I have a good amount personally of Atom, but like, if it gives me, let me go back here. If it gives me, I said it earlier, but if it gives me this opportunity, I will do it live on stream, guys. I'm going to start buying here. These are my levels, like just off the fly. I will buy here. My second buy will literally be like, let's just say 15. No, I don't think it's going to go that low. But here. And then I have extra capital just in case, because anything could happen, right? I don't, if I'm being realistic, like maybe there would be the top 4 lines. That's such a horrible line. But like, you know, I have a good amount. I have all this right here. You know, fortunately, I had a little bit right through here too. And so like, it's appetizing to me with things that I haven't touched. So that would be, but I don't think I'm going to get that range. So like, I don't know. I'm getting more. That's probably what I'll do, guys. You guys can't ignore Atom. Can't. I hate when people are like, oh, Atom this, Atom that. It's so slow. It's a dinosaur. I know, but it's a great producing dinosaur. Moving on though. Moving on. Did you just time out somebody that said hot girls and get out of here? time you out. Thank you for doing that, Nick. You're on top of it, guys. Look at all these guys with their webcam stuff. Get out of here, guys. Yeah, moving on. Anything else on osmosis you guys want me to talk about as far like SIF chain at all? Anything?
Well, there's a couple questions.
This is really good right here. Boom. Look how it held up right there, by the way. Right on that. Wicked right down to that, pulled away. Let's see if this holds up right here. Let's see if that holds up right there. I'm looking for like more here to probably be like the hold up section right there, but let's see. Let's see. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So this is from earlier in the stream. If you had $1,000 today, do you dump it into Luna, Ship Chain, or Secret? Those are your only three options.
I diversify. Like if you're giving me options, it means diversify. Like honestly, like it's you never go full gusto. You never do that. Like when people ask me those questions, in my again, I get what you're asking and stuff like that, but I got to be honest with you. Like I hate to be the guy that goes, I wouldn't dump it into any one thing fully. Like I would split it up 33.3% each one of them. If that's the only options I have, and I would put it in SIF chain, I would put it in Luna, and I would put it in other ones because I want exposure to all of them. They're great. They're absolutely great. And they all got different benefits and they all are working different angles and they all have different kind of deployments or not deployments, developers deploying things. I was trying to say that. But yeah, guys, like that's cheating. No, I mean, it's it's not, I mean, that's being smart. I mean, who says you can only pick one? Gravity Dex, I think, is worth holding. I'm bullish on Gravity Dex.
Long term.
That's
a long term.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, like if you have $1,000, why wouldn't you do that? Are you trying to just like the people that ask that or think are the people that like, in my humble opinion, are the ones that need to refocus their goals, because I feel like you're just trying to swing for the fence with, if you had $1,000, where would you just dump it all into? That means you're swinging way too hard and gripping the bat way too hard. Like you need to let go of the tension a little bit and you need to swing with, form and stuff like that. It doesn't take a lot, to do that. But when you do that, you're too tense. You're emotionally tied to your bag. You're putting it all in one, and then you're not diversified and hedging against any kind of downwards momentum. What if you go into Luna and then SIF pumps? You're gonna hate yourself, and vice versa, or Osmo pump, and then but one or two pumps. Like right now, if you go look at the bag, the things that are keeping it alive are the top four right here, right? Like if everything was dumping right now, that would be horrible. It'd be down to like $8,000, probably $7,000 or something like that. But diversification is key, and it's hedging against the rest of the things that might not do as well. So yeah, no, it's not cheating. That's it. That's like, in my humble opinion, what you should be doing with your capital is diversifying and allocating only certain amounts that you're willing to invest with and are able to sit on, amongst different things. That's what this is my opinion. I don't know. Baffles me when people do that. Like, where should I go all in? Don't. That's horrible. BTC dumping Babis.
Yep.
Is it really? Let me see.
43.8.
Ooh. So we went down $400 just recently. Like what we were at 44 when we started the stream.
Yep.
Or something like that. Told y'all. I mean, if y'all were here, I tried to tell y'all, don't be the relief rally. Don't get caught up in this. All
right, let me ask you another question here.
Go ahead,
brother.
Go ahead.
Cryptonaut asked, how do you guys feel about Regen Network?
Super bullish on Regen. It's a little ahead of its time. Like a lot of things, like Akash, like DVPN, but not only, in my humble opinion, do I think Regen, like they're working on something that I think is super important, like, or their project benefits something that I think is really, really important. And that's farm, it's like, that's our ecosystem. It's farmland, it's farmers, it goes down, it spirals into like a really deep, important thing that not a lot of people even understand or want to talk about. But I'm super bullish on what they're trying to accomplish. I'm super bullish on their carbon credits and how they're going to be applying them. Guys, it passed for not just osmosis, but probably for a lot of IBC enabled protocols, like once we're actually able to implement that and negate our carbon footprint, which of course like proof of stake and all that stuff, but still, you know, there's that narrative and all that stuff. But once we're actually able to just like be done with it by buying carbon credits or whatever they call them, like our basket of carbon credits, like that's crazy. That's next level stuff right there. I'm super interested in carbon credits and stuff like that. Again, I said this before. If you guys don't know, like Tesla and all these cars and stuff like that, with all these electric cars, they're not making money off selling those cars, guys. They're getting money off being supplemented and incentivized by the government because of the whole narrative now. It's a narrative, and even if you believe it or not, there's money to be made in that narrative, and they're pumping money that can be printed at will into that narrative. So there's money to be made there. Like, it's just, you know, yeah, super bullish. Anything else?
All right. You ready for the next one, bud?
Yeah.
Will Condex go to $1? This is by Mr. Cascade.
Yeah, probably. I was surprised, you know, when it went under $2, to be honest with you. I remember saying I thought $2 was a good place to buy, because you go back and look at it, right? Like right here, that's whatever. Yeah. Like that brought us down to 123, and then it kind of stayed right over here after, you know, hitting that floor, that massive. I try to say this all the time too, with, you know, Comdex is not like, this isn't an old concept. This happens at any time when there's early allocations, seed investors, private sales, whatever you want to call them, you know, people front running you, they sell into the liquidity of the retail market, right? That's why you see so many projects like this, pump, dump. Because the retail mania gets out when they get their hands on it, like, oh yeah, blah blah blah, and the early investors just dump into the retail. Like it's a crappy game. You weren't meant to eat at this table like that, but that's the game that we play, right? So like I always tell people, when stuff like that, especially if they have any kind of seed investors, early allocators that are able to, you know, dump into it, they don't have like vested timeframes or anything like that. Like, I wouldn't FOMO. I just wouldn't, because it's a time and a true thing. Like you get sold into, and that sucks. But it immediately picked back up and kind of just hung through here for a good long time, right? Like above this line, not that red line, my line right here, which was just under $2. So I thought like, oh wow, like, you know, when it comes down there, like I'd be really surprised if $2 didn't hold up. Lo and behold, look at us now, right? Like die. Synthetic assets, and what they're trying to do though is a very, very it's not a new thing. It's not a new thing. It is new for the Cosmos ecosystem. And you guys know I'm a super big bull on the Cosmos ecosystem. So I want synthetics, which I am curious and very intrigued about, to do well. Like I want to get my hands in the cryptoverse on some gold, on some oil, on some land, food, etc., soybeans and whatever. Like I want to do that, because I don't like the traditional markets. I don't like, you know, there's multiple different reasons why I don't like when people like, oh, I own gold on these exchanges. Excuse me, my game thing right here. Like you don't really own anything. You own a piece of paper, which hopefully or not that backer actually has that. Do you even know if they have that, you know, ownership stuff? It's you're just buying pieces of paper that say you own things and stuff like that. But here in this world, in crypto, you literally own your coin. Like, you know, if you're some of the things, maybe not, but like you literally can put it on a wallet and you can own you have custody of it. I'm bullish on that. I'm bullish on things like that. So I wanted to do well. But realistically, yeah, man, for sure. I mean, if they still got to deploy their platform correctly, I've been playing around actually on. I don't know. Did you guys play around on the beta, on the Comdex beta? I had some critiques, but like ultimately, I was like, oh, cool. Like if it actually does this, that'd be kind of cool. But I do like. I would like to see their mechanisms and their protocol actually, which, you know, weighs baskets and all this other stuff, like be tested. In real life, like real money live, under stress. So I'm kind of hesitant about that, but like every launch has hiccups, no matter who's working on it, no matter what, there's always hiccups. There's always like unforeseen things and things that like bumps in the road that are going to hamstring or, you know, hamper the progress or the price action going up. So Comdex being at 119 right now, still having to actually prove itself. Yeah, realistically, it could definitely come underneath $1, you know? definitely come under $1. That's why I didn't actually add Comdex on this chart right here. That's what I was saying, as it was hard. It was one of them that was like, oh, like, you know, I'm bullish on it, but like, but yeah, definitely can come underneath $1. But honestly, right now though, I have no TA or floor to give you, or like, you know, where to buy Comdex if it's under $1. I mean, I think anything under $1 is a freaking steal. So maybe again, since it's $1, just go by quarters since you're a DCA, right? Hopefully if you're listening, if you're like, I'm not telling you financial, if you're like me, $1's easy. I'll split it up by 25 cents. I'll buy here at $1. I'll buy here the next 25 cents down. I'll buy here at 50 and I'll buy here when it gets to 25 cents. Like, you know, it's super easy, you know what? And that's just, and every one of those, I'm not going to buy equally 25%, but it's going to reinforce my positions from the positions I bought earlier. And then it don't matter. Yeah. Moving on though. Amber walking.
All right. Next question.
Okay. How much profit, Crypto Durant? How much profit do they make selling their cars versus go do the homework on it? Not trying to get at you, but do your homework on how much they get from selling their technology to other manufacturers and how much they get allocated and supplemented for their carbon credits elsewhere versus how much they sell in cars. I'm telling you. Anyway,
you ready?
They might be in profit with their cars, but like where they make their money is not by selling cars. Anyway, yeah, going on.
All right. So David asked, can we talk about DVPN? That's pretty much. What are your thoughts? How low is the floor going? At this point, I don't even know what to say what the floor is because it just keeps going down permanently.
It's just one of those things. I don't even know if I answered that earlier. And you know what? Just for the sake, before I go on, thinking about it, because I don't like I'm not the end all be all, right? That was a long time ago that I looked at that. I don't know what their car sales are like right now, so I will step back and actually check myself. That could be wrong now. Maybe they are profitable for selling their cars, but this was like probably even a year ago, admittingly, when I looked at all that stuff. So maybe it has changed. I will admit that. Maybe you're right, Durant. Yeah, maybe you're right now. But anyway, going back to DVPN, I don't know if I answered this earlier about being ahead of its time. Like, yeah, I don't know. Freaking DVPN is just like, I'm bullish on it, but like not right now still. Like I want them to do well, but me wanting something versus like it doing well is two different things. Like this thing just keeps going, right? Like it just keeps going. So for DVPN, like other things need to come out. So it's kind of like we were talking about the battery and all this other stuff. Like when the battery first came out, when the invention of it, like that goes back to like Egypt and stuff like that, the battery pots and stuff like that. But like the real value of things is the use case that surrounds it or that orbits that innovation or that, development and stuff like that. So like just to kind of stick to that frame with batteries, the real value came with like when Walkmans, when, camcorders, when stuff like that really drove the demand for batteries up a lot higher. Like DVPN, I'm bullish, but like there's just not the demand or need for it right now with what we got. Like, things like Akash need to be out more. Things like real Web3 needs to be more mainstream and stuff like that. And then when it is, it's probably already caked into those protocols. So like I don't know. I've been racking my brain about what's going to change it for DVPN for a while now. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. Going on. But yeah, I definitely wanted to. I'm sorry. As I'm thinking about, I apologize, Durant. Like it could have been, if I'm being honest, like that was a while ago now that I'm thinking about it. So I could absolutely be wrong.
Another thing, Pablo, he asked, what about UMEE?
UMEE was one of those too. Like, remember we were just talking about early investors? I hated that about UMEE. I said it so many times. Like I wanted nothing to do with it because, like, let's take a look at it right now. This is what I was just saying earlier, right? Like when you get people, where's UMEE? Where the heck is my UMEE healer? Like it's a horrible looking chart right now. Well, not like, but right here. Like, pew, right? Like, pew. On the daily, had this massive death spot. Like, launched, there was early investors. They gave private sales out. Everybody dies into retail. Like, everybody got sold into. Everybody tried to like it. Everybody was so bullish on it. Yeah, they got a great team and all this other stuff, but like, you are sold into. You are used as the liquidity to exit for some of these early people. Why is that? You know, why is that? But like, but yeah, like, and now we're kind of flattening out here and kind of like realistically, you know, getting really, really low again. But like, I like their team. I didn't like the execution. I like the idea. I like the possibility, but not enough to take my capital and invest in comparison to some other things, like, you know, right now at this price kind of thing. So, yeah, like, yeah, that's just, anything else? We'll
Yeah. J2000, out of your total, I think it's money in Fortis, what percentage you plan on taking to the dungeon?
Well, it like percentage wise, because the dollar amount never changes. Like, and I'm still kind of playing with like what I said earlier and stuff like that, with the ever evolving landscape that is right now that we're dealing with, especially in Juno and stuff like that. Like, there's a couple things that depend, right? Like, it just depends. If it goes back to like a couple of days ago, I was all about like, you know, I was going to take 25% after. This is after my initial investment. I'm free and clear. I'm super free. Anything that I have in there right now, it's free and clear. But all my rewards was going to be like 25%, you know, going straight into taking profits off that one day. And then 50% of it was going to go into, you know, staking gFOT. And then another 25% of that was just going to be split up, you know, slowly every day into getting into these new pools and getting exposure to those, or adding into those other pools. Like, I'm already in to the bFOT, sFOT. I'm already in on the UST, sFOT pools, which is like the barrier for entry, I thought, bFOT was the barrier of entry for the dungeons. And then I think they're going to have like, I don't know what order it is. I don't have it up, but like it's Atom, Juno, you know, paired with the other stuff. Like, so I was just going to be swapping and using those rewards. But then again, like, they changed. So like, I was going to ensure that I'm a winner every single time in my eyes, since I'm free and clear, and maximizing myself, since I don't know exactly what's per se going to happen at any given time. One day would be that way, and then the next day I would just flip that, and I would take 50% profits, and then 25 split amongst like how I want to keep going in on the dungeons, and then the next day go back to 25% profits, you know, 50, 25, and vice versa, and just kind of change it and never be fluid with my rewards. That way, you know, I'm never, because who knows, like, you know, like, who knows? And so it's kind of just my plan and how I'm doing it, but that could change as well. Like, that literally could change depending on what happens with Juno. And what happens with everybody else. Like, well, you know, people, like, you know, if people run for the hills, well, that APR and a DPR increases, right? Like, if I'm not wrong, common sense, like, the more people out, the better. Just like we saw with our staking for Juno right now. People were selling off, and it went down below 100, came back up above 100, and like, you know, when people get out, that rises, incentivization, all this stuff, inflation, all that, blah blah blah. But that's just me. That's what I'm thinking about. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing with it? Had to protect my cult leader Elon at all costs. Hey, yeah, look, man, he's so controversial, but like, he just bought out the biggest stake share of Twitter, right? Like, man. But anyway, you're probably the biggest Tesla fanboy in the Cosmos community. Hey, I wanted a Tesla for like a long time. Those damn things, I was not ready. I've driven some fast cars, and I remember when I test drove. What is it? It's like their sedan one, their 4-door one. I was like, oh yeah, whatever. And then I remember straight away, and I even looked at the lady. I was like, can I punch it? And she was like, yeah, whatever. floored. I had one hand, and I floored it. And I kid you not, I rarely ever have to go like that and like, oh shit, like it was an oh shit moment. Like I was like, oh my God. Like, hold on a second. It was exciting. It was a rocket ship. Yeah, for sure. What do you recommend with FOT rewards right now at the current price? I can't give you recommendations with what you do. Like if you're free and clear, you know, make sure you're a winner every single day. I would suggest, friendly suggestion, life advice. And then if you want to have fun, if you want to be a degen like the rest of us, like I just told you guys what I was doing, so I can't tell you what to do, but I told you what I was doing. Sorry, Nick, go ahead. Do we have anything else?
Yeah, buy zones for secret. That's from Mr. Metz.
Mr. Metz. Kind of this. I'm probably didn't see it earlier. This is on the daily, right? On secret. We're using Market Cipher or whatnot. Secret. I'm really bullish on secret, guys. I said this earlier, but I really am. And again, this is the daily fib. Again, there's a couple ways you could probably do this. If you wanted to, you could be like an extremist and pull it all the way down and stuff like that. I just went to the recent dip down during the summertime and stuff like that summer lull or whatever. To bring my zero line to. But as you can see on the fib lines, like if you just want fib lines, which are super easy, which you can say really do hold up in the bigger pictures when you're looking on a zoomed out time frame, because you know not only are they respected by individual traders like human beings, but like they are programmed in some sort, some fashion, some way to bots all the time. Like bots use these algorithm or the equation for fibs all the time in their trading. And, you know, sometimes they get wicked through like we saw right here. And then sometimes they just go exactly to them. Look, I mean, honestly, yeah, there's wicks through them, but like, honestly, right. Cause bots can't predict like fear, like true fear and stuff like that. But like they can predict price action in the past and use averages. That's just all it is. It's just a math equation, right? And look at how these fib lines are just kind of like right on the 382. The resistance at the 0.5, you know, it bounces back up to the, you know, the 7. It's everywhere right here. So DCAing downwards, I mean, it's kind of, I don't want to give you guys, like if I was, let's just say if I was, right? Because that's the way I'm going to protect myself. Like right now you can see 200 SMA, yellow line right here, holding up, wick down to it, pulling away. I don't know if it's going to hold up, but it is meeting this support zone, which is the 0.5 fib line. And the 200, that's a pretty decent level of support right now. If it breaks easily, look at the next level in between the 0.382 and the 50 SMA, which is this red line right here, which would be $5.15, give or take, right around there. Again, this would be anywhere between $5.83 and $5.68 is kind of like where I would maybe place my first feeler buy. And then again, like, you know, depending on your level of aggression too, you might want to place another one on that 50. You might want to place another one right here on that 0.382. And then right down where we caught the floor, somewhere within this area, right? Like that's so far has been holding up throughout all of this sideways action. I don't know if you're going to get that, and you might not even get these last couple of buys. And the point is not to hit every single buy. The point is to DCA in. So like when you look at that, please keep that in mind. This is like long-term daily time frame DCAing strategy. You could go to the shorter time frame and get caught up in all that chop, but that's not what I do. So again, we may not get all of those. You might get 2 out of 4. You might get 3 out of 4. You might actually get all 4 and then be on your way and then, you know, be really happy with yourself. Or, you know, we get just, you know, this massive moves that we've seen before and it really comes down. But your average entry, if you did that, you know, let's just say right here from this most recent one, which is like 66%, right? 66% from the top. This isn't from an SMA. I'm just measuring from top to bottom. So like from top to bottom. Ooh, junky. But if you're doing, so it'd be right around here, $2.35. If you're doing that DCA strategy, right? Entry here and all of them, again, the way I do it reinforces my last position. Your entry, again, would be more somewhere on the lines of here. So it'd be a lot more manageable and you would have to wait a lot less longer than everybody else that bought here fully. Like, you know, like that last question, like if you had $1,000, where would you just ape it into? Like you don't, you DCA so that when you are down here and it does wick all the way down because it can and it has, you're in a good position and you don't have to like this waiting here. As an example, if you bought here and you had to wait for it to come back even close to it was 72 days. If you're averaged in to more down here, well, the time frame for you to see that reversal, let's just say from here to about here, was 18 days. It was a lot less. It was a lot less stress, you know, a lot less time. So when you can average in your buy by DCAing, like real, like conservative DCAing, the point again, not to get every last one of them, but to like soften the load and be smart about it. You just hedge against risk. You hedge against emotional damage. You go against, you know, downwards momentum in your portfolio and all this stuff, this other stuff. But yeah, that's the levels I'm looking at right now. What else? Again, this is just me. I'm not the end all be all. This is just how I do things. Again, how I've made money and how I've been able to like stack long-term world. None of this matters. Like, again, none of this matters, the kind of stuff. Like, I'm thinking 3-5 years. Again, like I'm in those positions where every day I make at least above $1,000 in passive income and stuff like that. And that's just in crypto. Like, none of this matters. It could go down. I'm still making that. Like, kind of thing. So that's what I'm trying to instill. It's not financial advice. It's more like a mindset. It's more like, you know, how you view what you're doing, because it's all about perspective. You know, if you perceive this to be too much, then it's already going to be too much for you. If you perceive this as buying opportunities, then it's totally different. It's a different game. It's a totally different game. It's like the drama with Juno. I perceive this to be long-term an opportunity. Totally different from how most other people feel right now. Yeah, passive income. Compounding passive income is like, that's when you're in your life and you just go, I'm gonna go pick my nose. Like, I can do that. Literally. Like, and pick my nose and put my finger in my other belly button like this, and nobody can judge me because I don't give a shit. That kind of thing. But yeah, that was very descriptive. I don't do that or anything like that. Or do I?
Sounds like you do.
When was the last time you guys stuck your finger in your belly button? Don't go do that right now, you weirdos. I was just joking. Look, I know some of y'all are going over there right now and going, don't go do that, guys. Come on now. But yeah, guys, that's what we got going on right now. I don't got much of anything else. We got any more questions?
Yeah, what's your favorite stablecoin storage place? It's courtesy of our friend Gritz. Other than Anchor.
No, damn you. I like, okay. I have multiple different types of I'm a cosmonaut. I'm very upfront with you guys, but I'm very much diversified in the crypto space. Like, yes, I have different stables other than UST. I have USDT, I have USDC, I have all that other stuff. Hell, I even have me some, like I said, I'm going to buy me some NGM. I'm going to buy me some NGM and some euro and stuff like that because of what's happening over there. But for my stables, depending on what they are and where they are and how much it is, because, you know, all of them, like, they're all not all the same amount. Like, I have certain amounts that are in the 6-digit range for some more like between USDC and USDT that are in things like, you know, you guys are going to probably hate me, but I have like in BlockFi, in Celsius and stuff like that, where I've had them there for a while and I gain passive income off their interest earning accounts there. And, you know, there's other benefits because like I have their cards and stuff like that. But like also like UST, obviously I want to say Anchor, like that's a no brainer, backed up by your ledger and all this other stuff. Like, you know, but I'll also have UST. I also have stables that are liquid and available to me to move on different platforms, like I said earlier, because I want to be fluid with the motion in the ocean. The tide goes in and out at all times. I can't be locked up in Anchor, in interest earnings account, like all this other stuff all the time. Those are my passive income plays from when I was taking profits. I was moving and securing profits into those to where my profits make me more profits long term. Everything you do should have some kind of way that it makes you money, period. If you're investing into something, make sure you have a plan to recognize profits, and then those profits go somewhere else away from the so you're not tempted to do anything stupid, and then it grants you more interest long term. The plan is to make sure you are compounding money for the long term. You're building wealth passively. That's the goal. That's the game plan. You don't want to be here every single day stressing about where you need to flip, where you need to exit, where you need to enter, what you need to do, just so that you can keep on making these double ups. F that. Win enough times so that you're winning all the time. So I even with, like, just to be honest with you, it's just kind of like my secret sauce. You get to a point where, you know, things like, I just say BlockFi, they change their amounts and their interest accounts and all that stuff all the time. But like BlockFi has several different types of stables that you can get into. You can get USDC, USDT. You can get their GUS, whatever the heck, but there's variation of a stable, and all of those have
Gemini.
limits. Yeah, like Gemini's, the GUSD or whatever it's called. They have limits, right? Like before it was like up to 50K, and anything above that, you get a lower tiered amount and stuff like that. So what I've been doing, win with my investments, secure those 50Ks, max out the 50K there, move the other amount into a different stable, max my interest bearing accounts there. All of those are all maxed out. Celsius, all maxed out. You can give me up to 9%. I don't know if it's 9% either. Up to 9%, up to 50K. Fine. I'll have it in 3 different stables, 150K, all getting 9%. And then if I can't get any better than that, I'll go to Celsius, put $50,000 to each one of those that they have there for stables. Make sure I'm getting 9% of all of those in those, like, USDC, USDT, and all that stuff. But at, like, algorithmic stable coins, I can go on Anchor, get 19%. I think it's 19 something percent right now. You know, and whatever I have that I feel like I'm able to sit on there, you know, it's I'm not going to tell you guys, but you guys can guess from what I just said, because I kind of doxed myself. They're getting that. But then I have my fluid amount, and I have my fluid amount into dexes that I'm bullish on, low fees like OSMOSIS, which recently they just started putting in there. But I'm telling you guys, when I told you that I took $500 and flipped it into $10,000 multiple times because this was the place to be, there was no fees eating up my transactions and getting me in and out. It was easy. You want to get on platforms that have those really lucrative places for you to actually make moves where you're not being eaten alive by the vicious mosquitoes that are out there trying to drain you. These exchanges, whether it be DEXs or centralized exchanges, you are the food and they are just eating you. They don't care. They don't care about anything else but the transaction fees. That's all that matters. So you want to go where the transaction fees are in your best interest or in your best favor and in your favor, and you want to go where they have enough tokens, enough interesting upside tokens available to you. You don't want to go to a place that has like 5 tokens. Then where are you moving? Where are you moving, right? Like, yeah, it could be whatever, but like I can swap here in and out. But with OSMOSIS, guys, man, you could have been making so much moves. Feeless, like bada bing, bada boom, like that, and then securing it, being on your way, you know? It's all about a double up. It's all, so like I'm into places, like I said earlier, I'm even on Coinbase still because I've flipped that so many times where it's like, whatever, you know, Coinbase has some things there. What I don't agree with it totally, but like, you know, I have $20,000-$30,000 over there. I'm even buying Luna over there, wrapped Luna, because like, at the time I want to buy anything that says Luna on it. Like I just, and then, you know, crypto.com and FTX and KuCoin, like you gotta be fluid. Anyway, long one, guys. I'm sorry. I went ranting on that one. That's the game plan, though. That's the long-term mindset. That's why I do these streams. To not give you guys advice on what to do financially in the here and now immediately. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not even the best TA person. I'm horrible compared to a lot of people. I consider myself a pretty good fundamentalist, but I also consider myself, above all, a very good student and practitioner about my disciplines that I set forth for myself. That's one of the most important things by far, is to have rules of engagement and to follow them, period, all the time. I'm not getting in unless the fundamentals line up, the tokenomics line up, and, you know, the risk is at this certain percent versus reward. Like none of them, they don't line up, not doing it. Not overextending, not overplaying myself. I'm not front running the train. Yeah. Sorry. Let's go, guys. Anything else? I think I might have lost Nick. He was dealing with a bunch of stuff at his house.
I'm here. Still talking. No, you're good to go. I mean, unless you want to. So in the chat, there's a couple things, but I don't know if we want to discuss them yet or not. So.
Depending on what was up.
So Cosmos verse. Do we plan on going?
I'm interested in it. Matter of fact, I think they're actually on Twitter. Cryptocito and all them are like putting out information today. I thought I saw about the cryptoverse in Colombia. I'm a family man. I run several different businesses, so like I would love to go, but it has to line up about stuff like and it is pretty like I'm in Tennessee. Colombia is like I don't like planes. I don't mind planes. I just don't like being in a plane for several hours. Ugh. Can we
8
not?
hours.
Can we not get the next Cosmos convention or like a meetup, guys? Let me ask you guys this: if I was, you can do this. This why seriously, we don't have enough of them here in the States. I know some of you guys are not from the States, but like, who would be interested? Let me know if like I'm seriously debating this. I'll put a lot of effort into this too. To getting something somewhere here in the United States, whether it be Vegas, even in my hometown in Nashville or something like that. Like, would it be interesting to have these guys, these projects, developers, or even just the community meet up and do a Cosmos meetup or convention here? Would you guys be interested in that? Is there any kind of like demand for that at all? Because I don't want to go out like, I love those places and stuff like that, but I don't want to go to Libsyn. I don't want to go to like, realistically, nothing against Colombia, but I really don't want to go down to Colombia. Like, Orlando would be great. Like, yeah, VA. But yeah, like if you guys really are like, seriously, if you guys like join our Discord, I've talked to Nick and a few other people plenty times. Like you can actually apply for, from the Cosmos, like Tenorment or whatever they call themselves now, whatever. And actually, get this stuff going. And I will do it if there's an actual legit demand for it. Like if people would actually want to do that, maybe we can get, I don't know if it'll be as great as Cryptocitos and stuff like that. They put on great conventions, but I would do my darnest hell. I'll even reach out to him and be like, hey, you want to do something here as well and stuff like that. Not in the States, but I can definitely, I know people that know people that know people. You trust you me?
I know people that know people.
Yeah. We get something going off here. But yeah. ROWAN chart. Don't matter about ROWAN chart. ROWAN chart gonna look bullish.
Only up.
Only up. No, I think we talked about it earlier. Yeah, I think I talked about it earlier. I'm actually looking right now. Yeah, I said it earlier. I think, yeah, I did. I'm looking right here, just underneath where we are right now, about like 10-2. And then obviously, like, reinforced positions or start by DCAing again, 8-7. Realistically, I mean, just look at past support resistance, could do all of that. But I will say development's happening over there. Tokenomics structure is kind of changing. And then also they're for, I think a year, I keep saying this, I got to reconfirm this, but I think for a year, they're going to change the annualized rewards for like to 300%. So I don't care right now. In the Bay.
Sit back and wait.
Yeah. There's a lot of them in California. I would like to do something more centralized. Like Vegas is fun. Obviously I'm more like central, being in Tennessee and stuff like that, Nashville area, but like somewhere that's kind of like in the middle for everybody. I don't know, something like that. I mean, hell, I don't know. Yeah, but that's what I got today, guys. It's almost 11. I really do appreciate you guys. Really do. It's been a lot over the past week. We are a new channel and we don't do everything perfect. And admittingly, because we're not taking, delegations and our commitments to you guys, we're setting ourselves out or apart from a lot of how things are traditionally done in the crypto space, as far as like influencers or people on social media and stuff like that. And I just want to say, we're doing our best. There's growing pains. Maybe, like I said, I'll reach out to Cryptocito and stuff like that, but I've said things before, but I'm not going to not say things. Going to be 100% honest at all times. And it might rub people wrong, but I appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with us and, and supporting us, me and Nick, and what we're doing and trying to accomplish where we're trying to create a space where it's a genuine place, like, and I don't know. I don't guess where I'm trying to go with this. It's been, the past week or two has been kind of rough for a lot of different things, for the growth and stuff like that. So I definitely do appreciate that. Like we noticed just recently that, like, I'm not going to oust anybody on Twitter and also on other projects and stuff like that, other influencers, some negativity we're still big fans. I'm big fans of anybody that supports Cosmos and tries to push the content forward. I don't know why it has to be that way, but it is what it is. And unless people have stuff to hide, it shouldn't be that way. So we're just going to keep doing what we got to do. And regardless of what happens, like, I promise you guys, it'll always be 1,000% here, regardless of whether we get into that inner circle or not, being Cosmos content creators, or just, on YouTube being crypto content creators. But yeah, I just wanted to take a real quick, honestly, you can tell it really, the past week has been whatever, but I do want to just say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. It really does mean a lot to me, Nick. Please help us out. Like the video, subscribe, stick around. Each and every day, we try to give you guys our honest views and thoughts about what's happening. We try to share with you guys how, we've done what we've done, not financial advice, just what we've done. And I hope that it's beneficial to you guys. See you guys in the Discord. See you guys out there in crypto Twitter. See you guys tomorrow. Be good. Be blessed. Peace. Get out of here, you filthy animals. Bye. Beat it. Get out of here. Bye-bye. Go.
Run.
Get out. Go. Don't run. I mean, walk fast. But see, running sucks. I hate running.